The 2024 Volkswagen Spectacular at Valor Beach Park on the mid-north coast of New South Wales. Now, this is the 40th year that the event has been running, thanks to the Pell family and to Donna Pell particularly, and it's the 24th show. And one of the things that we've noticed evolve over the entire 40 years at the Volkswagen Spectacular has been the one-off unique vehicles that are here. And I've brought you some of these, and we'll continue to bring some of these, but this one probably has to take the cake. And with me today I had Nathan, the proud creator and owner. Now, in the background you can see where the inspiration came from. Let's have a look at see what this bug did to create this junior bug. You see it's a lovely green colour, you can see the mud guards on it, and you move over here to the Volkswagen Special. And you'll note immediately certain features. Now, Nathan, it looks like it's been made out of a couple of mud guards. How close are we there?
Mate, you're 100% correct. What we did was we bought two guards of the same year. Very rough guards, obviously. You wouldn't want to cut up perfectly good ones. And we halved them. And we first started at the front, and obviously two full half guards are going to be too wide, so it was going to be like riding a horse, so it ended up getting sectioned and pie cut.
And we can see that gives you an ideal opportunity there to see what Nathan's talking about, the width and halving. How many hundred hours do you reckon you spent just getting the bodywork done on it?
Mate, I think not as many as I would have liked to have, but I'd say I probably spent, I'd say including the beers, probably 50 hours, mate, just making that bloody guard and the paint. And
I think you're a genius if it's only taking you 50 hours. Now, obviously, you're a man that knows all about motorbikes and ridden motorbikes, and at the same time, I take it you love your Volkswagens. Well, he puts up with Volkswagens one way or the other.
Mate, I'm a Volkswagen converter because my partner Ashley has the Volkswagen blood in her veins, and I'm a V8 petrol head drag racer kind of guy. So
that's all right. So this is, now tell me, what's Ashley think about this creation?
She thinks it's fantastic. I sort of come up with the idea of, mate, I have seen others like that have been built and on the internet with made out of little scooters and various things, and I had to make something out of petrol. And she obviously had a lot of influence. It wouldn't have looked this good without Ashley sort of coming up with the ideas for the plates and the little bits and pieces and the badge and to match this her car.
Okay, let's have a look at some of the specialised things. Now, it's got a drag bar. Not only does it have a drag bar, it's an operational drag bar.
Oh, it needed it, mate. The first time I did a rough fit up of this frame with the seat over the back wheel, you couldn't do anything without it trying to drive out from underneath you. So the wheelie bars are 100% required.
The seat on it there, that's a work of art. What's the story behind the seat?
Mate, there's a couple of Volkswagen conrods coming out the back, and that's just a Springer seat that you can buy online. Nothing too fancy about the seat itself, but I thought if I was going to use conrods, it'd have to be VW ones. Yeah. Probably the best use for a VW conrod is making them out of the single seat.
Now, we know you're trying to appease the Volkswagen people here. Your key says Volkswagen, the motor says Volkswagen, but we know it's not a Volkswagen motor, but it's an air-cooled motor, so it's getting pretty close to being a Volkswagen motor.
That's right.
How many cc's is the motor?
It's a 196cc Honda clone motor.
Right. So, well, there you are. There's a link back to motorbikes. And you're running a fairly big sprocket there on the back too. Does that give you the torque for it, or?
Mate, that's probably half the reason it needs that wheelie bar, I think. It came as a mini bike. I bought it as a little mini bike. It was much longer. It was 1.5 foot longer. Had much more rake. And what I ended up having to do was actually cut the frame into about 10 pieces to shorten it up to fit underneath that guard dimension. Otherwise it would never fit.
Another thing that's really well done here is your twin exhaust pipes out the back. Isn't that just an absolute classic? We'll give the viewers a look at the motor on the other side, complete with the VW emblem, and of course you've got the Easy Rider front foot pegs on there. You've even little things like 90 degrees valve caps down here, so there's obviously been a lot of thought go in it. And look at this starter here, straight off the back of a Volkswagen Beetle, But tell me, does it go or not?
Oh, it goes, mate.
Right, do you reckon you'd mind just starting it up here, just to prove a point?
Sure.
And look at these Easy Rider handlebars here too. Turn the ignition on. Look at that, electric start even.
Yeah, it wasn't electric start to start with. It was a pull starter when I bought the thing, and I thought I'm not going to get around pull starting it every time it stops. So
And it's got side stand. I think, Nathan, you've done an absolutely marvellous job, and maybe later on here, you know, we might even get you to ride it sometime. But thank you very much on behalf of the Occasional Motorcycle Series, situated in beautiful Valor Beach Park Resort for the 2024 Volkswagen Spectacular in this 40th year. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and tell us about any unusual Volkswagens derivatives, or this is going on the Occasional Motorcycle Series, unusual motorbikes that you've seen.